Welthunger Hilfe, with funding from the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, under the funding title Private Agencies in partnership with Straight Talk Foundation and Kiita Family Alliance for Development, are implementing a 3-year program, Grow Together. The project seeks to increase gender equality and economic empowerment of women and girls, as well as improved menstrual health and sexual reproductive health and rights services and products for women and girls in the targeted communities of Karamoja and Teso subregions, working together with the district local governments of Moroto and Napak in Karamoja and Katokwi, and Amoria in Teso.
So we are implementing a 3-year project that is focusing on gender equality, equal participation, economic empowerment, and menstrual health in Teso subregion and Karamoja subregion. So this project is a 3-year project that started actual implementation in 2022 and is running up to December 2024. So we are operating in 2 subregions. In Teso, we are in Katakwi district and Amuria district. In Karamoja, we are in Moroto district and in Napak. So we also narrowed down to 2 sub-counties per district, making it for 8 sub-counties that we are operating in. The Grow Together project is being implemented through partners. We have Kiita Family Alliance for Development, and then we have Straight Talk Foundation. So these 2 partners were brought on board based on their expertise on different sectors within the project. For example, Kiita Family Alliance for Development has been a long-term partner for Weltunga Hilfe. We've partnered on the skills project, which is being implemented in the central part of Uganda, that is Wakiso, Mukono, and Kampala. And then they're also very strong on livelihoods. The Grow Together project has a livelihoods component. So we felt they would bring in that expertise to support us with the economic empowerment section of the project. And then for Straight Talk Foundation, it's very strong on gender, very strong on sexual and reproductive health and rights, which is a core component of the project. And then also communications. We are very proud that Straight Talk Foundation has a very strong background on communication, so we felt we need to take advantage of that to be able to share what we are doing out there. And also Straight Talk Foundation is very strong on youth programming. So we felt as an organization we'd also take advantage because we work with young people in school, we work with young people out of school. So we felt that expertise would be an added advantage to this project. The project has 3 core areas that the partners are focusing on. The first one is gender transformation. We also have menstrual health management, and we have economic empowerment. So under gender transformation, we are looking at forming structures. We've been able to form different structures at community level. We have the women interest groups, we have the male action groups who are currently creating awareness on gender at community level. And then we're also having menstrual health management in schools, where we train the girls on how to make reusable pads. We have also been able to support the schools with menstrual health products. We have also been able to create spaces, safe spaces within the schools where the girls can be able to access information on menstrual health. On economic empowerment, we've been able to identify 400 women who will be supported to start businesses. Already they have undergone through a thorough training on business skills, financial management, and also life skills. So those are the 3 core areas our partners are looking at. We also have one component that is focusing on advocacy. This is mainly being implemented by Weltunga Hilfe. So we've been able to already identified organizations that we are going to assess to be able to help us carry on with the advocacy component of the project. The other core component is capacity building of staff who are implementing the project. I'm proud to note that we've been able to build the capacity of staff across different core areas of the project. On gender, we're able to train our staff on male engagement, which is a core gender transformative approach. And then we're also able to train them on SASA methodology. So the SASA methodology is an approach that helps to change attitude at community level. It's a participatory methodology that helps people to discuss issues around power, how they can be able to live harmoniously within their families and also within the community. We have also trained our partner staff on menstrual hygiene management. We have also equipped them with the training manuals. One of them is here. We use the Me and My Cup as one of the key manuals they use to deliver sessions, both at community level, also in schools. We also signed a memorandum of understanding with WASH United that are that work on menstrual hygiene management. So we're able to get a manual which is called Ross's World. So this manual is very practical and applicable for young people, especially those in school. So those are the two key manuals that we are currently using to deliver sessions on menstrual health management. On economic empowerment, the 400 women have taken off so well. We are only going to give them now the startup kits for them to start their businesses. We are also able to train our staff on a graduation approach. That is the core approach that we use to support women that are into economic empowerment. So staff were able to deliver sessions to support communities to identify the key businesses and also get to understand what economic empowerment is all about, how they can be able to handle their businesses. So far staff have been able to deliver these sessions adequately due to the capacity building that we're able to provide to them. To support the meal team, we're also able to train them on M-Water. It's an app that we use for data collection and also it supports with getting information at community level. So that is what we've been able to do as far as capacity building is concerned, but it's a continuous process. In the subsequent years, we are still going to identify capacity gaps and we shall be able to support our staff to be able to deliver on the respective core areas of the project. So we have the MAGs and the WIGs, the male action groups and the women interest groups. So these are the structures that we feel will support us when it comes to sustainability. When the project ends, we feel the male action groups and the women interest groups will be able to take on the activities that they've been doing even when KIFAD is still here and Weltunga Hilfi. So this is a very strong structure that we believe in and we feel it's good enough to carry on with the activities even when the project ends. We have also done a lot of awareness creation on sexual and reproductive health rights in schools, at community level, and the key focus is on sexually transmitted infections. We're also looking at family planning. We're also looking at issues to do with HIV and AIDS, which is still a key issue in our communities. So those are the key areas that we've been focusing on.
We have a great opportunity with Weltunga Hilfe just to transform the lives of people in Karamoja. And I think the next couple of years, at least for the last 1 year and the next 2 years, we see a lot of work in the Karamoja communities. We know that Karamoja region is a region where people live in poverty. A lot of households having not much to eat. Water is a challenge. Many women and girls do not have savings. They cannot even start projects. So this project creates an opportunity for us to empower the women and girls to have some sustainable income. But also we know that the issue of menstrual health is a big one. The harsh environment in Karamoja, the lack of sanitary products, brings up a lot of other sexual reproductive health and rights related issues. So we see this project playing a very, very important role in increasing uptake of quality menstrual hygiene products, providing pathways for prevention of sexual exploitation for the young girls and women.
We work so closely with the district stakeholders, the Office of the Community District Community Development Officers in the respective districts of Moroto and Napak, but also not leaving out their supervisors, that is Office of the Cow, the Chief Administrative Officers of each of the respective districts. We worked with so closely the technical line departments in each of these government offices. We have the education sector that we work with schools in this program in ensuring that the girls have access to how to address and how to manage issues around menstruation. But also we take them through components of life skills so that they are empowered, they are assertive, they can talk about what they want to understand clearly and what they feel they have not got. And so we think, and also looking at the trend of the teenage pregnancy, I talked about the component of the effect of COVID-19. This devastated the region so much that you get to realize we happen to have had quite a number of teenage pregnancies that were realized as a result of the lockdowns, that communities were locked down and people were at home. And so from that, we felt the Grow Together intervention in partnering with the respective institutions who would work with the schools. One, first of all, to promote and create awareness on menstrual health, but also most importantly, to create awareness to communities through structured community dialogues. We use this community, we use the schools, the peer education clubs, we use the peer educators of the schools, the senior women teachers, we've trained them on issues of sexual reproductive health and menstrual health. And so they come out with customized kits, they come up with key topics, they come up with debatable topics. And so some of them are done within the schools to first of all empower the members of the school or the students in the schools, but also most importantly, we target the communities who are nearby to these respective schools so that the messages can be cascaded. We know outside that there are also components of gender-based violence in respective communities. We are still using the schools to ensure that the issues around gender-based violence is addressed. Within the schools, we're also focusing on the aspect of how do we create synergies with the schools to ensure that we put an end to prevention of sexual violence and abuse relatedly or harassment. So the aspect of PSEA is also still being championed by the institutions, especially the schools, that we work so closely with the senior women teachers, the peer educators within the schools, the institutional aid, the community structures and leaders. And so we come together in a platform to really define and talk about issues, especially when it comes to sexual violence in this community. And so that said, we've partnered with schools.
The Grow Together project has also set up community structures in the field who include community-based coaches, 16 of them. We have 8 community-based coaches in Katakwi district and 8 community-based coaches in Amuria district. With this, we have been able to reach 360 women and men in the districts of implementation, as I've broken them down, who have helped us, who have enabled us reach an extensive bit of the community as our target in our target areas.
Among those groups, we have a component of savings of VSLA. So these are like our champions in the community. We engage them through trainings on VSLS, trainings on MHM, trainings on SRH, and the most important one, we have been having gender dialogues with our participants, with a focus on eliminating or minimizing GBV cases, teenage pregnancies, early marriages, reducing on the school dropouts. So, and we always have this work hand in hand with our structures, CBCs, those are community-based coaches, peer educators, and our community-based trainers. We always conduct these dialogues, and we work with our stakeholders at the sub-county, especially the office of the CDO, parish chiefs, and even the sub-county chief. We work with them together, especially in delivering that component of gender transformation. So they also come and be part and participate, because for the sustainability of the project, we can't work in isolation, because we have to engage them.
I'm a proud beneficiary of the Grow Together project implemented by KIFA together with Weltunga Hilfe. I'm glad that I've been one of the team that has worked with them all through from the time of inception when they came to Katakwi District Local Government. And from the title itself, it gave us an impression that we are really having a very good project that we are going to implement to achieve the best results in the district. The Grow Together project, from the time of its inception, has been very instrumental in the district. Personally, as a person, I've engaged the team in different levels in the office for any kind of guidance, capacity building and networking, and also referral. In my office, personally, we've worked together with the Grow Together project, where we've been able to meet different communities, different stakeholders, share different views, and also implement together with the Grow Together team and the staff, all together with the Weltunga team. And we are glad that as a project of Grow Together, we've been able to register very many successes. One of it is so much on empowerment of the women. We all know that TESO is one of the areas where culture has always derailed the empowerment of women. But we are glad to report that with the Grow Together project, the two sub-counties where the project has been implemented, you can see a change. You will go there and you're able to realize that there's a result, the kind of the people they have been able to mentor, they've been able to train, and they've been able to build their capacity. The empowerment level of the leaders in those structures where Grow Together has been is very key. You'll engage them and you know that these are really key stakeholders that have benefited from the project. With the Grow Together project, we are seeing more women leaders in those sub-counties coming up, because throughout the process of engaging them in those different activities, they've been so much instrumental in engaging the leaders at the sub-county level. That is the empowerment we want the leaders, that we want the women to always have.
At first we had a lot of challenges as far as GBV is concerned. I was almost receiving cases of GBV in my village almost every day, because people could go and drink, but coming back from drinking party, they could end by fighting. And when such cases were brought to my office, I was finding it very difficult, because where two people are fighting, to get a witness for you to resolve the matter becomes difficult. But when KIFA came, it sensitized the community. When we had a meeting, KIFA sensitized the community, and again at the same time KIFA came and selected about 30 women in my village, and he has given me advantage, and the father gave them a sensitization on GBV, which has relieved me from gender-based violence in the village. So right now, as I speak, GBV has reduced. I can even finish 2 weeks without getting a case of GBV in the village.
Me as a CBC, I've seen some changes in my family. Before, my husband used to take me as a no woman, but now, since I joined the project, I'm also somewhere. Here has allowed me, there's now quality, gender quality in my whole family. If I mention something, he also responds to it. KIFAD has also changed my lifestyle. As in, I used to be a shy person before, but now I'm bold enough. I can talk to the community. I can talk about KIFAD, the good thing KIFAD has done. It has transformed me. I have that audibility.
My children are now going to school, they are not even at home. Then another thing, I'm now able to, I've already acquired the knowledge where I can even manage my powers at home. No more quarreling with madam. Even if I want the other sweet things, she cannot even, it's very easy even to solve the issue. It's not a matter of me saying, now I want, there's no place. When she told me that today is stop, I also abandoned this story.
By the time when KIFAD came to Amusus, I was not one of the, I was one of the members elected. But by the time when they move around, they interviewed me also, and I was shortlisted. So after KIFAD and Welthanga joined us, they gave us some trainings whereby we were taught about business and other activities. We were taught about hygiene. They taught us about how to make these sanitary pads for our ladies and our children, basically on girls. So from there, they gave us to form a group. They gave us to form a group of 30 people could manage to save and to loan us money. By the time when I was not in the group, I had no business. But by the time when we managed to save our money and give loans, I borrowed also money from KIFAD and Welthanga, some good money, and I started my business. From there, in my family, I can able now to take my children to school, as well as right now I'm talking, my children are in boarding section.
I thank God for KIFAD. You see me standing like this. I'm a P7 liver, and I left school long time. I went to early marriage. My firstborn I produced when I was just 15 years. And even the English I'm speaking now, it had disappeared. But now, when they called me for a workshop, even writing I was almost forgetting. And I had a son here, the one who follows that one, is in the senior 6. He told me that, Mama, if I get a job, you are wasted. I have to take you back to school. But one time I told him, I brought there was a book. We were given a book like that one. We had to take notes. And I was also I took notes. Now I brought for him. My son, you see what KIFAD has done. He said, yeah, KIFAD is the best in your life. Now, we are not taking you back to school. Continue with the KIFAD. The best thing, if I get a job, I will have to see that I feed you properly. When you fall sick, that money now, it will be for treating you, making you to be at least somebody, a lady in this village. We have suffered locally, but KIFAD at least is uplifting us. I remember going there, they gave me transport. I only used 5,000. I had to foot due to the problems I have to do from my family. I have to foot up to somewhere there. The little money I was given from there, I only ate lunch and breakfast. They gave me that money for the lodge. Then that for supper. I said, supper for what? I ate what was enough. I had to spare the money. So that money, the little I came with, it enabled me to pay 2 of my children who are in a private school. They are in a retail. I think you know that school there, in Star Primary School. I paid for those children their fees. And I came from there when I was a changed woman, at least when I stepped here. It was the other home. I just jumped on my pitchy. I could not even speak again local language. I wanted to speak English because my mind was there where I came from. And again from here, changing diet, you people, it is really a problem to me. You imagine having 9 children with the other children also. I have other children. In fact, this is a large family and the majority is at school. There, the little man again, I had to buy for them pork. Then I bought 2 bottles of soda, then half kilo of sugar. Then I bought Mugati, a loaf, this one of 2.5. My children were just like, they want to carry me up. That, Mama, what have you brought? I said, the things are here. My last born, she's in P2. She said, Mama, next time when those people come for you, I will accompany you. I said, you know, you are young. You see what Kifad has done to me? You. By that time, a kilo of meat, it was 14,000. Now I look at 14,000 and say, why don't I buy beans? Instead of wasting this 14. Just that is lunch. What about supper? I was able to buy green peas and beans for them. Then I pick okra. That was my food and malakwany. But at least the little knowledge Kifad has given me, I myself, I have a very big challenge. I have a challenge for them. Even I don't know how to say thank you to them. And it's like that is why God even gave them to choose me as one of the members. I was again a quarrelsome woman. Via quarreling, you people, you could not get me. But the little knowledge they have given me, I'm now a good woman. I don't quarrel anyhow. I don't. I was so bitter via fighting. Wow, you start me, you know. You should also be ready. Don't start me when you are not ready to quarrel or to fight. But they could advise us, it is not good. Respect a neighbor. Respect your children. Respect anybody around you. And that was all knowledge from what? Kifad. Kifad has done a lot to me as a human being, as a widow in this village. And you see that house there. They gave us, at least every Wednesday we have savings here. I'm promising by next year when we are dividing this money, I have to buy for my house windows and doors. And what I'm saving, I know it will make me to do that. Though I will add some money, but the majority of the money will come from Kifad. That is what I know. It has changed me. I know soon and very soon I will also sleep in a Mabati house, not in a grass-thatched house.
We are very happy for Wealthy Hunger to come in Katakwi, and immediately the Wealthy Hunger brought a child called Kifad, which has worked very well in Kamen. Right now, as I'm talking, we have managed to grow tomatoes here. We are having onions. We are having eggplants, and we failed to get anything on the side of Sukuma Wiki. So right now, as I'm here, one day when the project came in, so we met in our Paris land. So we are very happy for that. So since the project came, we have managed to do this. So we have learned how to make pads for our children, for our girl children, for our women. So for that case, we are very, very, very happy what Wealthy Hunger has done. And in addition to that, we are again very happy for Wealthy Hunger to bring us seeds.
My name's Local Catherine. I'm from Tapash, Akariwan village. I am in the group. We are in the saving group called BLAT. Our share, we save per person 1,000. Our welfare is 500. Since before Straight Talk, we used to stay like that without savings. Straight Talk and Waltanga brought some training to us, to the group for 1 month, and we have known now how to save. Our savings, we also loans, and we help our children through those loans. We buy soap, we buy even salt, and many things we are doing through these savings. We even buy some chickens, even a goat, according to your savings. In our group, we are 20 in the group, and when Waltanga comes and Straight Talk, they introduce that they need some poor people who are not able to do something by themselves, and they elected these people, and we are the ones. Now we are really coming up. We can even buy our clothes. We can even maintain our air. Everything we are now doing well.
Ayang boko lugat apa karomai abuniti ayang wadange alo bile chalo pe boko tiko kini alo ana ya lo group ayang aja lo group mole boko yi tendugak apa lo wa tendugak angola yi yayang nyida tamari amone ina elo medo ngola ngakipi nida polo wa tenduak na polo ya grupa ngolo nait no way etala karita yang apiding na agwale tongkwa eru chokena kali tilitok ngakirong na apato agba pidina gana tilitok yaw toma lo grupu ka ngolo atenduak Noi abu yau menawodo ngena ka tamari kiboy kino lo grupo ada dukina kize binga yete ngidelinga kudi na da duke ngulu arai edulakwi apa ne do adang kire tale munanyo akilingi na pe dia ta ngkwede linga na da duki kwade an kwede metenga luwana kino doa watere Bari pun di atamar. Boyo no kini ngetonga. Ajo ke dina itina ikweni na kada duki angen. Elo dia re dula. Ngolo ane chamiti yon kerai akide ni yore. Kare elo digo kalo dukul. Ya kon ti kalo tilo group ngatonga. Ta otrongi di haya ko kalo dukul. Eto ina ke ngi membai. Elo dia to dia ko dukul. Ori hadiah kagini koko. Ya tang ngidi kidio. Ya ko bai. Lo kilingit. Mona. Nai apidi na bona pengin. Eta tami na bono goinga karona tala kare eta tami na bonga karona na rikete ngede alakal. Ngede alakal da dangulu pedur dangulu apa dai pitolo rikitori yonyo ngede alakal ekwen. Kotere nya chamitingi taringe de bokoi rata-rata odang nya chamitingi apidi ngini burine bokoi rata-rata ngete ngede bokoi patinga kal ngede da la kal ra ketengi konyo kajokin mereke pucho.
Growing now, vegetables, it has really helped us, which has changed even our balanced diets in our families. Whereby now sometimes we used even to eat only sorghum, when it reaches now this time of going to dig, our mind was only in the sorghums. But now they have given us this knowledge, more knowledge on even changing our balanced diets, because we used the money that we used to get, we used only to focus on the town, but now we have also seen that growing even a ball is now even greens. It's something simple. That's why they gave us this knowledge of growing greens, which can even help us in our balanced diet. And now it has really changed. Besides to me, it has really helped us as women in Lokoreto Women's Group. And also, it has also changed the mindset of our community members. Like in menstrual hygiene and sanitation was very poor in our community. It was not all that. But since the Straight Talk and Waltanga came hand in hand, so now we are trained on menstrual cups. Now hygiene has really helped us. We have improved on hygiene and sanitation in our community. And before that, as women, we didn't know about menstrual cups or even hygiene. Sometimes we'll even go and dig a hole. As a woman who has started to menstruate, we'll go and dig a hole and stay there, or even wear a skirt. When there is heavy with the blood, you turn around till you finish your menstrual hygiene, then you bathe now. But since Straight Talk and Waltanga came in training us in our community about menstrual hygiene and about the cups, so now our hygiene has really improved in our community.
I'm thankful for this project of Waltanga and Straight Talk. When they came in our village, they started to bring up to give us this project of VSLA and teaching us also how to change the community and the women and the men. You know, for us here in Karamoja, in some day, in last day, we have been getting changes since the Straight Talk come to teach us. One, in this VSLA, I want to talk concerning VSLA. When the first things, you bring 30 men together. You gather 30 men together, and we start to save little money which we have. And when we save, we get that this money is more if one of the members can take almost about 100 or 50 can help him how to buy something to his family. Right now, they are starting even to buy omena, even tomato. These men now, they have learned the goodness of saving.